I'ma see. You know she got it in.
Look, handle me? Who gon' handle me?
It's a real ass bitch. Give a fuck about a trick. On some real ass shit.
Real hot girl shit.
Poppin' ship it only cause you know you poppin'. You got it, girl, you got it.
Yeah.
What is good, Notorious Nation? Welcome back to my channel. I am your girl, the Notorious N to the I to the A, and today we're going to be doing a hot girl summer makeup look. Okay, as you can see, I am turned, but right now I'm just gonna prime my eyelids using the Born This Way concealer. I'm trying out this concealer for the first time. I've never tried it, and honestly, once it's lay, I like the way it came out. So I am in the shade, hold on, Butterscotch, and I actually received a free primer with this purchase, but I did not use that primer to do my face today. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool, so I thought I'd mention it. So yes, I'm just priming my eyelids, and now we're gonna go into this shade. This palette does not have shade name, so this is the Morphe 35B palette. So you're just gonna have to look and see what shades I'm using, but it's just that orangey reddy shade in the palette. I'm gonna be really terrible at explaining this, but just bear with me, you guys. I'm going to do the best that I can. So now on to my very expensive Natasha Denona palette. We're gonna go over that shade with the shade Tribe from this palette, and we're going to just blend those two colors together. I really wanted there to be a hint, like a little of reddish orange in the background, so that's why I'm doing this. Back over to the 35B palette, I'm just gonna go into that pink shade. I know that was really quick, I'm sorry, but yes, it's just the pink shade in that palette, and we're also gonna pop that into my crease. And if you guys haven't picked up on this already, I am already wearing my foundation. I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't remember which foundation I am wearing. I'm pretty sure this is the Fenty Pro Filter Soft Matte Foundation. Now moving on to this raspberry shade, I'm just gonna begin to blend that into the outer V. This is just gonna add some depth to that pink shade and just make it a little bit more. I also am dragging it over just into my crease a little bit more, just so the color is not just on the outer V. You guys know you gotta blend, I'm just going back in and touching up that reddish orange color just because it got a little lost in translation. I'm definitely a person who likes to do this just because I like to be able to see the colors as I'm working with them, even though I know they're still there. Now I'm taking the deepest shade in the Melt Cosmetics stack called Cheese and Parties, and I'm placing that directly into my crease with like a pencil brush just to deepen that up. Don't worry if this is messy towards your lid. You're going to clean this up, but you definitely want that depth. Like, this is what's going to make this look, so you definitely want to just take your time with this step and blend in place and blend in place. I also made it a point to drag this color out into the outer V as well, just so it's more cohesive. I really like my looks to be cohesive. Like, I don't like having splotchy looks, as you should, so that's why I did this step. Now we're gonna cut our crease. I'm using that same concealer that I used before, and I'm trying this method where I do it like this. I like to cut my crease on my lid. I don't like to do this lookup method. I understand why people do it, but I just like my cut creases to look a certain kind of way. It served its purpose. It really wasn't that big of a deal. I did have to go back and add that purple, but yeah, I just like to cut my crease differently. I do have hooded eyes, so I just gotta play the rules of the game, but I still like to do what I like to do. Alright, so this is the All I See Is Magic palette by Colourpop, and I'm using the shade Top Notch. I do not know if they still sell this palette. This was a holiday palette for 2017, so don't know if they still sell this, but honestly, all you really need is a nude like that, and I'm pretty sure you have a palette that has that nude. Take that raspberry shade and go back in and clean everything up. Add some more color to that outer corner. and then back into that melt stack to add back in that darker color, as I mentioned that I had to do. This color is actually called Mean Streak. I didn't mention that before, so yes, this is called Mean Streak in the She's in Party stack. After I had that all blended, I went back into the She's in Party stack, and I'm using Skeleton Kiss right on top of that nude shade, and this is a pretty shimmer shade. I really don't know how to describe it. A lot of frame here, but I'm using the blue shade in the Take Me Back to Brazil palette by BH Cosmetics, and as you can see, the blue is a little muted. It's that tealish blue in the palette. It's a little bit muted, but we're gonna fix that in 2.5 seconds. No, it's not a look without some Fenty. Y'all know I had to use some Fenty. So this is, ooh, what is this? Please hold. So this is the Killawatt foil in Sandcastle in Minted Mojito, and I'm just applying Minted Mojito right on top of that teal blue, and it definitely helped make it pop like I wanted to. I was a little messy with this, but as you guys are seeing, I'm cleaning it up. But yes, it was so pretty. I wish you guys could see this in person. It looked gorgeous. Okay, back into my new concealer in, like I mentioned, Butterscotch. What I did to just figure out what my shade was, I just swatched some NARS creamy concealer in caramel on my hand, and then swatched this concealer, and that's how I figured out that my shade was Butterscotch. I work on this bottom lash line, so I'm basically just taking all the colors that I used on my lid and applying it to my bottom lash line, like literally every single color except Mean Streak. I didn't apply Mean Streak on my bottom lash line, but every color except for that dark purple. Whoa, she has on lashes. So now we're gonna go into blush. This is the e.l.f. blush palette in dark, and I'm just mixing those two colors together. I've had this palette forever, and I honestly still love these blushes. I'm also gonna put a little bit on my nose. Got that from Arnell Armand, and I think it looked cute, so I did it. Back to the Fenty, we're going to take Sandcastle and use that as our highlight. I haven't used this in a minute, so I forgot how pretty it is, but girl, I was living for this look. Living. So I also picked up this Colourpop times Makeup Shayla or X Makeup Shayla BFF4 pencil. I heard a lot of good things about it. It's simply just a brown lip liner, but you never could have too many brown lip liners, so I picked up this one. I also picked these up from Colourpop. These are the Just the Tint situations, and I got the Strand and Z Boys, and I decided to use the Strand for this look. And honestly, I was looking for a product like this, like just add some color to your lips, but it's not a full-on lipstick. And you know we gotta add the Glossbomb by Fenty, and boom. You know what? Like I always say, I'ma just let y'all watch the outro. I love you guys, and I will see you guys in my next video. Hit that like button and that subscribe button to see more of your girl. Leave me a comment if you feel like you want to. Keep the hot girl summer going while it's still summer, because summer is almost over. Bye, sis.